Hi, I'm Jim Fong with the Jim Fong Group at Urban Nest Realty in Las Vegas, and today we're talking about solar. All right, solar power is a very hot topic here in Las Vegas. You can see solar panels popping up all over rooftops right now of homes. All right, but not only just residential real estate, you're seeing a lot of solar panels being installed on commercial buildings as well. The one that I really find very cool is when they use the solar panels on top of covered kind of parking spaces and things like that. I think that's really cool. And nowadays you're even seeing some of the home builders include solar power as an option at new construction. All right, so you can build a house with a solar system included already, which is really cool. But the question that I often receive is, how does it affect when buying and selling real estate? Okay, it depends on a few factors, all right? Number one, is your solar power system, is it leased? Or are you making payments on it on a loan? Or is it paid off outright? Okay, so if you're on a lease and you want to sell your home, well, the buyer would have to assume your lease and the lease payment that it comes with, all right? It could be an incentive for a buyer to have a solar system already, or it may not if they don't want to assume the lease terms, right? Also, if you're purchasing the solar system and you're making payments on it, same thing. The buyer would then have to qualify to assume that loan, or the seller could pay it off before closing, or the buyer could pay it off before closing. All right. And then the best case scenario is if you own a house and your solar system is completely paid off, then it would be a total benefit when you sell the house. All right. It would actually add value to your property. And you can see that on appraisals even, because the buyer of a house that has paid off solar on it will save a lot of money in the long run with energy costs. So it's overall a positive thing, but it depends on, where you are with it, okay? And if you are curious more about getting solar even, this is what I found in the process of researching that, all right? So the first thing that they're gonna ask you for is your power bill. That way they can determine what your usage is annually, all right? They're gonna look at that, see how much energy you're using, and that's gonna determine how many panels you qualify for to have installed on your house. All right, because they don't want you to produce more energy than you use, obviously. All right, so once they determine that, they're going to check out your house. They'll probably just do it by Google Earth, but ideally they'll want a south-facing roof for your solar panels, and you don't want too many multiple levels of your roof as well, because that will just make your system less efficient or more expensive to build as well. So, but once you get solar, you will still have an NV Energy account because you will still be connected to the power grid. So for example, during the winter when we're using less energy, that's when you will build a surplus of energy for your account. It goes back to the power grid. And then during the summertime, when you're using more energy because of your AC, that's when you can draw from that surplus that you created in the winter and then use it in the summertime, all right? At the end of the year, if you have any energy left, you'll actually receive a credit for it, and it's called net metering is what it's called, all right? On top of that, there are also tax incentives involved when you talk about solar energy systems. Right now in 2020, you would get a tax credit that is equal to 26% of the cost of your solar system. So, for example, if you had a $30,000 solar energy system, you would receive a tax credit of $7,800, all right? That's what I learned so far. This is my quick take on solar. If you want to discuss more, please reach out or comment on the video. This is Jim Fong with the Jim Fong Group at Urban Nest Realty. Thanks for watching.